the most tragic and destructive man-made disaster, killing 45 million people in just a few years. Greetings everyone, I'm Tris. Today, we delve into a catastrophe, a failure, a dark chapter in history. This is the story of China's Great Leap Forward. No war, no pandemic, just a series of misguided policies that resulted in one of the most horrifying famines in human history. Stay with me to unravel this astonishing narrative. We'll uncover the shocking history of the Great Leap Forward. China's ambitious policy aimed at industrializing and equalizing society. Despite good intentions, the consequences were disastrous. Millions died from famine, all within just 3 short years. What went wrong? How did a goal to increase food and iron production lead to such devastation? Together, we'll delve into the intricate failures of policy, environment, and society that combined to create this terrible event. If you find this video interesting, it would be great if you could support us by hitting the like button. Now, let's get started. Before delving further into the policy itself, it's important to understand the man at the center of this movement, Mao Zedong. As the founding father of the People's Republic of China, Mao was a key figure in Chinese communism, leading the country with an unshakable belief in socialism. Known for his charismatic leadership and unwavering ideologies, he initiated policies like the Great Leap Forward, with the vision of propelling China into a global superpower. However, this very ambition would lead to policies that had dire unintended consequences: the socialist ideals and the launch of the Great Leap Forward. Around 6 decades ago, China was a nation deeply immersed in socialist ideology, fervently pursuing an egalitarian society without disparities. With the audacious goal of leading the global socialist movement, the nation recognized power as an essential component. Consequently, China's leaders zeroed in on 2 elements critical to a nation's strength: food and iron. This understanding sparked the conception of a revolutionary policy, the Great Leap Forward. The policy aimed to dramatically increase the production of food and iron within a concise 5-year period. An ambitious plan indeed. Yet, it was not without serious flaws that eventually led to a catastrophic failure, notably due to an irrational obsession with iron production. The iron production frenzy and the environmental fallout. China's iron production facilities were grossly inadequate to meet the demands of the policy. The solution? Mobilize the masses to construct homemade blast furnaces. This iron production machinery started popping up in farmlands across the country. However, despite having facilities, a critical gap was evident. There was virtually no one who actually knew how to make iron. Despite this, the leaders, driven by a sense of urgency and blind enthusiasm, encouraged the entire nation to start producing iron. Production began at a tremendous pace, fueled by the sheer might of manpower. Meanwhile, agricultural tools, hoes, plows, and more were melted down with an obsessive focus on iron production, ignoring the agricultural consequences. And then, the inevitable happened. Resources began to deplete, the material for iron production became scarce, and the quest for iron production transformed into a reckless assault on the environment. Forests were leveled to provide fuel, which in turn led to a series of natural disasters, including landslides and floods. Agricultural disaster ignorance, bad science, and social missteps. As manpower was siphoned off to focus on iron production, the agricultural sector was left in the hands of novices. Agricultural tools were melted down. Facilities were scant, and the environment was rapidly deteriorating due to deforestation. Added to these were the detrimental agricultural practices adopted, based on flawed theories from a Soviet agronomist, such as the notion that deeper planting would yield better results. Moreover, a bizarre campaign to exterminate sparrows, deemed crop-eating pests, was launched. Little did they realize that sparrows also fed on the true menaces to crops: insects. The sparrow extermination inadvertently caused a surge in pest damage to crops. Amid these challenges, the government introduced an ill-conceived social system. Under the banner of equality, they divided farmers into large groups, known as people's communes, expecting competition among these groups to spur increased production. The social system's downfall and the onset of the Great Famine. In a society founded on equality, it was misguided to believe that competition could be fostered. The groups set unrealistic goals for production, even tenfold or 20-fold of previous yields, without any significant technological innovation. With no incentives to work harder, the workers adopted a lackadaisical approach, leading to a rapid decline in production. These inflated figures triggered a vicious cycle of lies, with the government under the false impression that agricultural yield was flourishing. In reality, food stocks were rapidly dwindling, while farmers struggled to fulfill the inflated production figures. This combination of factors, ecological destruction, unscientific farming methods, flawed social structures, and erroneous reporting, eventually spiraled into the devastating Great Famine, claiming 45 million lives. Criticism or opposition to these policies was stifled by the absolute power held by Mao Zedong, leaving the people defenseless against the tragic consequences. The heavy toll of the Great Leap Forward led to Mao's resignation, paving the way for market economy reforms by his successor. The story of the Great Leap Forward is more than a historical lesson. It's a heartrending testament to human resilience and the unintended consequences of ambition. The loss of 45 million lives in a pursuit of equality is not just a statistic, but a somber reflection of individual dreams, families, and communities shattered. The lessons learned from this tragedy continue to resonate, shaping modern China's policies and offering a sobering reminder to us all of the importance of tempered ambition and thoughtful leadership. What are your thoughts on this fascinating yet tragic story? Feel free to share your comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Take care and see you in the next video. Goodbye.